Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. Today, we are giving a listen to the 2018 EP from Aurora called Infections of a Different Kind, Step 1. So we'll give each song a listen. I'll make a few notes along the way because I think music makes for great discussion, but I do my best to not interrupt the song. So we'll kind of touch base after each song and get through this. There's 8 songs on this EP. Now, if you're interested, there are a lot of music videos, live performances, interviews. Aurora's a joy to watch, whether she's just talking because she's funny and dark, which totally aligns with my sense of humor, or if she's performing on a stage or whatever it might be. We have over 200 videos on Patreon and a growing library of Aurora videos. So everything associated with this album, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 to 15 videos from this album alone will be over on Patreon. They'll be up there now. So feel free to go check that out. Memberships start at $5 and it gives you access to everything. I guess without further ado, let's get in and get started with track number 1, titled Queendom.
The underdogs are my lions, the silent ones are my choir. The women will be my soldiers, with the weight of life on their shoulders. Drink until you've had enough. I'll drink from your hands. I will be your warrior.
Is that a violin or cello? Oh, it's beautiful, man. Like singing on a mountain peak.
Till Queendom come. Till Queendom come. My Queendom come. My Queendom come.
It's so bright and fun.
The sea waves are my evening gown, and the sun on my head is my crown. I made this Queendom on my own, and all the mountains are my throne. Oh, drink until you've had enough. I'll drink from your hands. I will be your warrior. I will be your lamb. Till Queendom come. Till Queendom come.
So adventurous.
Queendom come. My Queendom come. Queendom come. My Queendom come. I hunt the grounds for empathy and hate the way it hides from me. With care and thirst I have become. You have a home in my Queendom. You have a home,
Home.
in my Queendom.
Common theme from her.
You have a place in my Queendom. You have a home. Till Queendom come. Till Queendom come. My 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 Queendom come.
What a great start, dude. Oh my goodness. Man, there's so many interesting things going on there. It sounded like a violin, but sometimes I can get violin and cello mixed, and it wasn't super like forward and everything, so it's a little hard to make out. Sounded like a violin. You have all these interesting, and this is where Aurora is really great at mixing kind of organic and electronic. You have like kind of these rim shots, almost like the people who play music on trash cans and things like that going on with all these fun like bum, 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 synthy type sounds. It's just so great, dude. There was one thing that she did. I actually want to bring us back in here for a second because this is what I really respect sometimes with artists. It's on the line On My Own. Okay, I think it's right here. So we'll start up here. One thing I love with artists is that when they I don't know why the lyrics disappear like that. If I move the cursor, they come back. So, but one thing that artists do is when they do something very interesting in a song, and I wish they would do it more, but I also appreciate when they don't, because it's just this one interesting component and they don't overplay it or overdo it. But for instance, there's this section right here. So when she sings On My Own, she has kind of a background or an ad-lib type thing, a harmony that you'll hear come in as well. So let's start from here.
And the sun on my head is my crown. I made this queendom on my own. And all the
Did you hear it?
I made this queendom on my own. And all
I know it's so simple, but it's so beautiful. On my own. I don't even know why I'm trying to do like the level at which she sings, but you get it. I think it's such a beautiful small addition. That I'm like, oh, I wish she did that a bunch throughout the song because it just sounds so good. But I respect that they have this very interesting thing and they don't overdo it. Let's hop over for a second to the Genius page. So Queendom, lead single. Okay. We have a song story, so I'm looking forward to that. There is actually an interview, not only for this song, but also I think for the album. We'll have those over on Patreon. So she says, it's about all the people in the Queendom, what they're doing, what they dream of. It's a new world, which I'm very excited to share. Queendom is about celebrating all the differences in us. It's about celebrating the women and the children, and animals and the men also. The quiet ones and the introverts, where they can sing and be seen. It's about the shy people and the lonely people. And I hope it can be a place where we can come and be lonely together and then not be lonely anymore. That's so beautiful. Queendom is a place for all of us. Yeah, I love that, man. And I think a line that really highlights this is this one right here. I hunt the grounds for empathy and hate the way it hides from me. With care and thirst I have become. And then the declaration, you have a home in my queendom. You know, I'm trying to figure out if the idea of hunting the grounds for empathy and hate the way it hides from me, I think it could go two ways. It is the, like, if you were to look into the world, like I search the world for empathy, like does empathy exist in the world? And if you do that, for the most part, you will hate the way that it hides from you because so many people are so awful toward each other. Or you have the other side of it that, yes, okay, you can just mind your own business, and that's fine. You're not hurting anyone. But I feel like also we're all gifted on this earth to help, to interact. I'm not talking about getting up all in the business of other people. I'm just talking about the idea of not looking only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. What comes first and foremost? My wife and my marriage, my children, 100%. I'm going to prioritize them over anyone else. But Yes, let me take care of that which I'm directly responsible for, and then let me look, how can I help my neighbor? Because I want my children to grow up and do that too. And I think that you could take it that way if you're just looking out into the world. But I also wonder if it is of her own heart, because I think you do have to fight to be selfless. I think we're naturally pretty selfish. And here's the crazy thing. You start going like deeper and deeper into us as people. There are some people that outwardly are very generous, empathetic, but they're in it for selfish motives. And that's where it gets really gross, right? It's like a false humility. And I think those are the things we also have to pay attention to. Like, why are we doing something really? Is it truly just to help somebody else out? Or is it so we can be seen or feel celebrated? Which you do feel good for doing good for others, but that can't be the primary motive. The primary motive is empathy. Like, I want to help you. I want to be part of the solution. And then there is a joy that just comes out of that. So even that idea of creating a place for everybody to belong, especially in this song, kind of speaking to the underdogs, the people that may get overlooked, which I think is beautiful. I mean, if you really think in our world of, and even from like a biblical perspective, the Bible constantly calls us to look out for the widow, the orphan. If you think about people with physical and mental disabilities, the sick, these are people that are often written off, overlooked, the elderly. No, like these are people that deserve care and empathy and all those different things. But I just love that. It's like, even if I look in my own life for empathy, and I hate the way that it hides from me, because sometimes, yeah, of course, I can be selfish. But with care and thirst, I have become, with care and a desire to become somebody who's empathetic, loving, kind, gentle, faithful, a person of character, all those different things, then you can become that person. So a lot of really wonderful things. I love the imagery about the sea waves as her gown, the sun as her crown, the mountains as throne. Obviously, Aurora has a big connection with nature. So I think all of that's wonderful. All right, let's get into track number 2, titled Forgotten Love.
Can you tell if I'm cold? If I'm out of daydream?
Love the drums.
If I lose what is lost, will a new love awake me? I am touched by wonder.
Oh, I love that.
But I'm blind in the dark. But you drown me in daylight and swim with me, darling. I prefer the sound of you when you are away. If I am left with a rose in my hand, let it die. It's the beauty in forgotten love, and I don't care if you don't understand why I cry. It's the beauty in forgotten love. I forget how emotions dance when they aren't inside of me.
Such an interesting song, dude.
How the sun feels
The melody,
when she
cadence.
isn't around me, and my dreams become sweeter when something is missing. I'm in love with the haunted self. It makes me feel alive, alive. If I am left with a rose in my hand, let it die. It's the beauty in forgotten love, and I don't care if you don't understand
of swept up. Okay, man, there's so many interesting things happening there. Yeah, it was almost like going into the chorus each time you kind of had this primer. Da-na-na-na, and then ba-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. I don't know, man. There was just something about the melody that was so interesting and sucked me in. There were a few interesting things as well lyrically, but let's hop over and see a little bit about the synopsis of this song. So Forgotten Love, second single. Aurora herself has stated there's no real language behind the verse that seems to be Norwegian. Rather, it's a language invented by herself that only she can understand. Makes sense. She also revealed in an interview for the La Officielle USA in September 2018, my own language is an emotional language and it means what you need it to mean in the now. It's very liberating to sing the words because I can change the energy in them. My newest song, Forgotten Love, has my own language in the second chorus, and you can feel the melody and instruments without having any input on what I'm saying. So she said here, if you can see that, it says, it's so funny to see you all wonder about the little part in Forgotten Love. It's not Norwegian. There is no lyrics. Just my own language. None of you will ever know what it means. Mwahahaha. She's such a character, dude. Forgotten Love, because I was wondering the same thing myself. I was like, oh, maybe that's Norwegian. But it's not. And she's not the only person to do this as well. I can understand she's probably just kind of singing like whatever it's making her feel, or she could literally have some system, like Pig Latin, of how she actually understands what the words are. But even with 21 Pilots, which we went through all of their music here on the channel, Salo Folina is a mixture of words, and it's kind of becomes their own saying. And there are a few different instances like that where they have these anthems or battle cries, and it's kind of just like, yeah, this felt right to us. It fit. We know what it means, even though it doesn't like necessarily have to mean anything. Forgotten Love is a song I wrote about how when we choose to fall in love with someone, either a partner or even just the love you have for a friend, we know the risk it takes. How much it would hurt if we lose the person who we love this much. But then once you do lose them, it's about the feeling of letting go of that love, to not carry around the ghost of someone, and how freeing that can be. Yeah, I guess freeing, yeah, if you can let go, right? There's a lot of people that have a hard time letting go. So it's interesting. Which we do have a live performance of this. We will over on Patreon. I was curious about Don't Swim With Me. You drown me in daylight, but don't swim with me, darling. I prefer the sound of you when you are away. See, I guess at first I was trying to figure out, is it like actually someone that she loves, but she more so prefers the feeling of kind of what distant love makes the heart grow fonder? Or what the heck is the saying? It's not forgotten love. Love makes the heart. Distance. Yeah. Okay. Absence. That's what it is. Makes the heart grow fonder. At first I was like, is that what she's trying to say? Like she just enjoys that feeling, but maybe what she's trying to kind of communicate there is that idea of when something is ended or a love is lost or has changed, then it's kind of like, don't swim with me, don't stay with me. I'm left with a rose in my hand, let it die. It's the beauty in forgotten love. So maybe it is what she's speaking to, more so than like when she is actually loving someone. But yeah, I prefer that you're away from me. I don't think that's what she's necessarily saying. I think it's just the like, once it's time to move on, like, don't swim with me, don't stay with me, be this rose in my hand that has to ultimately die. Yeah. Okay. And the other thought I had was on that, the imaginary language that she had. All right. Very cool, man. It was a great song. We're going to move on to track number 3, titled Gentle Earthquakes. I wonder if it's supposed to be kind of like a Richter scale.
How cold a
Like
tear
that.
can feel on warm skin. So delicate, violently it begins. Within this universe I will be lost, moving from rivers to mountain tops. Can stay here.
These driving beats in the songs are so fun.
The ocean I live
Pull something out of me.
myself and run. Like a gentle earthquake, it intensifies. It's like my lungs are breathing fire.
Oh, dude.
The fire dies. My body will be the truth, and the light will guide her. Light will guide her. The fascinating way you change your color, the ugly and the flawless beauty of us, with a combination of purple and pink, the only traces of our love blossoming. I'm not home in a place where love has been broken. I lift myself and run. Like a gentle earthquake, it intensifies. It's like my lungs are breathing fire. And
Love that part.
fire dies. My body will be the truth, and the light will guide her. Twisted body parts, moving synchronized, watching lightning strike in my lover's eyes. All the flowers go to a luscious beat, all connecting love becomes a human sheet. In the 11th hour, finally a hidden flower. In the last moment, finally your birth. Like a gentle earthquake, it intensifies. It's like my lungs are breathing fire. And if the fire flies, my body will be the truth, and the light will guide her. Twisted body parts, moving synchronized, watching lightning strike in my lover's eyes. All the flowers go to a luscious beat, all connecting love becomes a human sheet.
All right, here's what I need. I need like one of those pictures that's taken from above and you've got maybe a big blanket or just the floor or whatever, and people like lay out all the camping equipment and stuff. I need every instrument that was used in creating this album, because I don't even know what it is. You know, the thing that you kind of hold and it it's like, Gosh, what's the word? Not one of the ones that like you shake, but sort of. And it's almost got like a little rattle on it. I don't even know if that's the actual instrument, but that's what I see in my brain. There's just this interesting instrument that kind of has this like spin rattle type noise. And so that'd be such a cool picture, you know, to see all the different things that might have been used in creating this album. Okay. As far as the kind of lyrical content, it is interesting because there is a hint in here of maybe kind of some sensuality, but let's get over and take a look together. Gentle Earthquakes, the third track. Itself is an anxiety anthem about how tense the world around becomes and how sudden and quick it can build and take over, even in when or where you least expect it. The song came to Aurora's mind in early 2018 while she was spending time in the studio in the south of France. She said to Dork magazine, "The whole song is inspired by the dream I had the night before I woke up that morning. I dreamt about walking in the same halls and about making music. I couldn't leave in any way before I finished my work." Which she does have other songs that have kind of come to her out of dreams. Like Blackwater Lilies, I think is the name of the other one. During her Brazilian tour, she gave an interview. It's kind of about the energy that manifests when a person makes a decision for themselves, when they're unhappy with where they are and they choose to leave. I was imagining that when they left, this whole world went trembling. Okay. So this idea of gentle earthquakes. How cold the tear can fall on warm skin, so delicate, violently it begins. Within this universe I will be lost, moving from rivers to mountaintops. Can't stay here, I'll throw myself in the ocean. I lift myself and run like a gentle earthquake, it intensifies. So I guess the idea of the gentle earthquake is when you make the decision to act. It is this thing that kind of grows and builds energy. It's like my lungs are breathing fire. So maybe the adrenaline or the feeling that comes from taking agency and making a decision and moving forward, and maybe even the fear that's involved with that, it can get your heart racing. The one part that I was talking about is this section, the post chord, twisted body parts moving synchronized, watching lightning strike in my lover's eyes. All the flowers grow to a luscious field, all connecting love becomes a human shield. So yeah, I mean, this suggests a sexual relationship with synchronized, highlighting the beauty of sensuality, connection between people, the same, like looking in each other's eyes. And this love or this moment kind of grows to this luscious field around you. Very, very nice. Man, these songs are so fun. Okay, let's move on to track number 4. And again, throughout this entire thing, would love to know your thoughts. If you want to go to any specific song, there are timestamps and things like that. But share your thoughts, your feelings, and observations with me. Okay, track number 4, All Is Soft Inside. Again, dude, it's like wind chimes.
I don't know why, but I feel down.
It's very like aquatic presence.
You need to
Dude. Oh, come on. What an adventure, man. Oh, yeah, point proven already about just all the different instruments and things. Like it starts off with these kind of wind chimes, like it sounds like a mixture too, because you almost have these higher sounds of maybe a traditional like metal wind chime, but also these bamboo, earthy sounds. Almost sounds like some of the like water glasses too, because don't people put water in glasses, or there's different instruments with water that you can kind of hit and they make different tones? It gave this feeling of kind of being in a cave, honestly, for me, this imagery that was painted. She does such a great job, and props to the production team as well, just the mixing and layering and building this really interesting sonic scape, because I definitely got lost there for a moment. So good. Okay. Oh, and there was that interesting point too where she was singing and the cello was kind of coming in after her. Okay, let's take a look. All is soft inside. So, okay. Song describes a moment in her life where she felt like she was defenseless in a time of need. She continues by telling the listener how her barriers were broken and torn away to reveal her softer inside and what was most vulnerable. Yeah, and that's kind of the picture that I got, even in the idea of her saying, like, I think she said, all is stone and all is soft inside, is maybe the reality that we can put on this kind of strong or tough exterior, but truly inside, everything is kind of soft. Whether you're talking about, us as humans, we are pretty squishy beings. But if you really take the deeper look as far as our emotions and what goes on inside of our hearts and inside of our minds, there is just a lot that is soft there and a lot that is vulnerable. And even though we can put on a strong exterior, We all hurt. We can all feel loneliness. So good, man. I like what this person says. We thought people that we admire or look up to are strong enough to work or go through life by themselves, but they're still human like us that get tired and depressed. We also thought they have no fear and problems in them, for we see them as perfect people. They want to be perfect, to be a model for others, and lead them to light, but others still continue to depend on everything on them. We can help those perfect people that we look up to or we thought of by being open to them, help them by showing love and support. Yeah, I mean, I think the premise or heart of what's being said there is we look to some people and we think, oh, they've got it all together. Nothing ever hurts them. Nothing ever phases them. They're never afraid of anything. And the reality is maybe they've learned some things. And there can be some truth to that to an extent, but no person is perfect. And we all go through seasons of strength and seasons of weakness, seasons where we feel like we've got everything together and seasons where we feel like we don't have anything together. And so all around is stone, but all is soft inside. And so, yeah, I think it's a super beautiful song, especially the kind of the heart of where it's coming from, of her realizing, coming to a point or an instance in her life where she realized, that she was very vulnerable. Okay. Let's move on to track number 5, titled It Happened Quiet. Interesting. Kind of sounds like Final Fantasy VII. Is it Aerith's theme? We might look at it. As it rains against their will, feathers falling out of her pillow, as if time is standing still. I can't remember much more. Is this a harp? I know it happened quiet, so quiet. Words falling out through the window. All that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red as I like a flower on the meadow. Love is warm. Sounds like a play. Apart, like a stone can be broken into sand. Kind of a connection to the last song. Spread across a crying land, and you can't remember that day, but you know it happened quiet, so quiet. Words falling out through the window. All that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red as I learn like a flower on the meadow? Oh, man. Such an interesting choice to have the choir just for the closing there. I mean, there's a chance they could have been somewhere else in the song, but I didn't really notice. I was kind of caught up in the drama of it all. It really does. It feels like of all the songs so far in this EP, that one could be a song from a play. And I think it was just the interesting bum 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 bum. It almost sounded like these story beats. And I think that was a harp. I do wedding videography, and so I've filmed a few weddings that have had harpists, and they're so fun to watch, man. Such a crazy instrument. Oh, but just the kind of the plucking and the story beats I thought were really interesting. Now, what I was mentioning is it made me think of Final Fantasy VII. Let me see if I think I could probably play this for a second. Let's see if this is the song that I'm thinking of. Okay, sorry. Let me see. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go back over here. Maybe it's not Aerith's theme. Hang with me for a second, guys. This is going to pay off. Or it's not. I'm just going to look like an idiot. Let's see. Final Fantasy VII theme song. Okay, this is the song that I'm thinking of. It's the Final Fantasy VII opening. Okay. Now let's test it. I mean, come on. There are some similarities there, okay? Maybe it's not exact, but enough that it, evoked that song in my mind. Okay, we'll move on from that. Let's go take a look for a second here. Okay. The song describes how Aurora felt within a sad and very complicated relationship. It talked about the happy moments they shared and how whenever they were behind closed doors, the relationship developed into something far more drastic and terrifying. Well, that's sad. Aurora expresses how her partner always pictured the world as such a dark place that all they wanted to do is protect her from the outside world. What this person did always resulted in violence for the love they had for Aurora. That also kind of sounds like Murder Song. Because part of it, yes, Murder Song 54321 from the previous album, Greeting All My Demons as a Friend, could definitely center around the idea of mercy killing. And she talks about some different things within that. One of the things that I also drew from that song is that it's almost like you're trying so hard to protect somebody from something versus giving them agency, like you become so controlling. And that kind of sounds similar to what she's sharing here. Violence for the love they had for Aurora, but every time things like that happened, she was hurting. Well, yeah. Over time, she talks about how if she carried on being in the relationship any longer, she would hurt and bleed until there was nothing left of her but a constant reminder of what that person lost. Which she even, talks about bleeding within the song. Song seems to have connection with this. Hey, that's what I just said. Having the same story, that person kills her lover. The song It Happened Quiet has more hints about what happened, but still has the same story. Being one of the saddest songs of the EP or album of the artist, with that reference of the murder, the very peculiar word, love, is wild. The symbolism behind the song is yet to be unveiled. It Happened Quiet is actually a part of a big story that you will understand in the future, but it's inspired by a very complicated relationship, if you can call it that. Well, I'm glad for her to see it that way. That's not a true relationship. It's quite sad, but the world is sad sometimes, and that's very true. And we will have a live performance for this song over on Patreon. Okay, well, that's sad. Okay, this is track number 6, titled Churchyard. Hey, wait. Hey, come on, buddy. Transitions.
He told me I belong in a churchyard. He told me I could walk away, but I wouldn't get far. Tell me, how do people know what is hurt, what is love? He told me I belong in a churchyard.
It's like the same as saying they deserve to be dead.
Words pointy like arrows. Wounds
Yeah.
no one can see.
Oh, it's a tough part.
He closed all the windows as his anger
So it feels like it's still pointing back to the other ones that we just talked about.
I will not remember you as somebody nice. Please, will you remember me and cry?
Ah, it's so beautiful. Oh. Oh, this goes hard.
He told me I could walk away, but I wouldn't get far. Tell me, how do people know what is hurt, what is love? He told me I belong in a churchyard. Hate followed him gently,
Well, we continue kind of this, it sounds like the same relationship, that she had been speaking about and that we, really talked about, and it happened quiet. One of the saddest songs for sure on this album, but one of the one of the coolest beats. I like almost feel bad dancing to it. And maybe that's part of it, maybe part of the trick is being able to put these difficult times of our life, I don't know, within this frame that you can kind of let loose on, you know what I mean? Almost like a battle cry type dance, like dance around the campfire type thing, you know what I'm saying? Almost to celebrate that you're not in that place anymore, that you've overcome it, that you are alive. Kind of reminds me of her song Lucky, She's lucky to be alive, to have made it on the other side of that thing. Yeah, man, the idea that he told me I belong in a churchyard, if we look up, so a churchyard, we'll go here. An enclosed area surrounding a church, especially is used for burials. Let's see. This might give us a bigger enclosed ground immediately surrounding a church, traditionally used as consecrated burial site or graveyard. Contain historic graves closely associated with the parish church's history. So it kind of sounds like the idea of somebody telling you belong in a churchyard. It sounds like they're saying like you should be dead. And obviously that kind of fits the rest of what she's singing within the song about these words like pointy arrows, wounds no one can see. I mean, there is life and death in the power of the tongue. Our words are always either building up or tearing down. Sometimes, now we can't get this out of whack, because sometimes an expression of love is having a difficult conversation. One of the most loving things anyone ever did to me was when I was a teenager and I was all wrapped up in drugs and my life was just headed down a terrible path, man. I was kicked out of high school. I was skipping night school. And somebody looked at me and said that God had a better plan for my life, that what I was doing was foolish. And those words hurt. And I've had several times throughout my life, of people that I trusted and looked up to and who knew me and truly wanted the best for me, willing to go, hey, that thing right there, man, what's going on with that? Even like a person who helped me like wake up and realize how wonderful this woman was that ended up becoming my wife, because I was talking to some other girl. He was like, what are you doing, dude? Like, why are you talking to that girl? This girl is amazing. And I was like, you're right. Like, what is wrong with me? And I, pursued that girl who then became my wife. It's the best decision I ever made. But I needed people to be like, hey, wake up, stupid. And so in the same way, you can have words that may tear down for a moment, a time, but are there to build up. And we know the difference in that. It's the same way of discipline with our children. If you look at your child and you're like, hey, you're just a piece of crap. You're never going to do better. You're so awful. You're terrible. You're like, that's not how you discipline a child. You could point out the behavior, but I've never looked at my kids. Even, one of the harshest things that we discipline in our house is lying. And because we've been so harsh against it, like we haven't let it slide, my children are not liars. And I can count on one hand the amount of times, unless they're just really good at it, that my kids have lied to me. And I have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And, but with that, I've never looked at them and been like, you liar. I've said, hey, like, you told a lie. You're not a liar, though. Are you? No, sir. Okay, you're not a liar. You're somebody who tells the truth. You're somebody that wants to be trustworthy, right? You want me to trust you, right? How would you feel if dad was lying to you? How would you feel if you couldn't trust you know what I mean? You speak in those ways, and that can be hurtful. And that's how discipline is. It's not pleasant in the moment, but it yields something, because then you look at him and you say, listen, what you did isn't good. And here's going to be the ramifications of that. But you got to see the bigger picture, that if you continue in this way, we're not going to have good relationship. We're not going to be able to continue building a good friendship between us. And so you paint that bigger picture, you want to be somebody that's trustworthy. I love you, and then you reaffirm. And so all those different things, it's like you can have difficult conversations at times that can feel like it's tearing something, but it's tearing down something that needs to be torn down to then build the person back up. And that's totally different than like language that's just there to hurt and wound, like she's talking about. And that's what she said. Hate followed him gently, black seeds in his heart, roots tearing the love in him apart. Gosh, if you could just imagine these black seeds being planted in you that start growing in these roots, and that just any goodness or any love that's in you, it's just tearing it apart. It's so vivid. It's such a dig from Aurora as well. It's a very simple thing. I will not remember you as somebody nice. But coming from Aurora, that is like really painful, because I'm like, I want Aurora to think that I'm somebody nice, and for her to look at it and be like, you are not a nice person. That would hurt me. Okay. Here we go. This is track number 7, which is interesting. It's titled Soft Universe. There obviously is a theme that's kind of continuing to run through a lot of these songs. So let's get in, give this one a listen. Wonder if it's going to be this kind of ethereal sound with the idea of a universe.
There's ice in my water, and when I drink, it cuts my tongue. There's glass on the playground, it cuts my skin when I run. And from the dark into the light, I saw a stone burst into life, and in the corner of your eye, I saw a dream that never died. Speak to me, speak to me, with love in your words. Make for me.
Okay.
My body falls off the side of a bed, and now I know what love feels like. Don't let me turn it to pain. All of this is loneliness. Chaos came, we let our head down on a feather cotton bed. We find a heart and catch a breath. Let the universe go red. Speak to me, speak to me, with love in your words. Make for me, a soft universe.
It's getting chaotic. Wow. Before we jump over and take a little bit of a look into what this is speaking about, I kind of want to take a shot at it. I feel like there is a tie to the idea of all is soft inside. And obviously the things that she's expressed through other songs on this album of, you know, being hurt, maybe in ways having the disillusionment of just life. And that's what happens as you grow older. And she's talked about that in other songs. You know, as you grow older, you see more, you understand more. And sometimes that can begin to steal away that childlikeness because you recognize how much awful actually exists in the world. And you kind of have to fight to not be ignorant to those things, but not let those things totally rob you of any joy. And so the same thing, I wonder if the idea of ice cutting her tongue, glass on the playground, is maybe just speaking to feeling fragile and desiring like that the world can hurt us and desiring a softer universe. She also ties in themes about letting the universe go red, which that idea of the world going red or red moments, things like that has been a constant theme throughout this album. And obviously the color red, even with the album art and stuff like that. So with that, let's go take a look together. Okay, she performed this at the cathedral. Those are wonderful performances. So the song discusses the pain of living in the world, suggests this pain can be alleviated with the love of someone else who can make a hard and unforgiving world into a soft and lovely one. That's cool. Because obviously I saw where there were like interpersonal dynamics that came in. Okay, the lyrics I guess are wrong up here and somebody's correcting that. So yeah, I mean, definitely follows that theme. And you have those moments of it kind of first painting this picture of a world and then moving into a relationship. All right, well, let's move in and see how this album closes out. This is the title track, track number 8, Infections of a Different Kind. It's a longer track.
It's a feeling growing old with time, like a restless in the leaves coming down. The world is a hole and we all seem to fall down, and the universe is growing tall, and we are caving into dreams of this space. Unfolding our arms cannot do any harm. Violent contractions. And if there is a God, would we even know his name? And if there is a God, I think he would shake his head and turn away. So belong to us all. Be God in the shape of a girl who walks this world. And I beg to be drained from the pain I absorbed myself in.
Wow.
So I can stay
What a delivery.
Okay, and more than okay for a while. For a while. For a while. Infections of a different kind. The world has been attacked by your pain. If I am the world, then why would I hurt all that is living? And if there is a God, would he then believe in us? And if there is a God, I think he can't hear all of us. No, belong to a soul, be God in the shape of a girl who walks this world. And I beg to be drained from the pain I have sold myself in, so I can stay okay and more than okay for a while. For a while. For a
Oh, she's going to let us sit with it for a moment.
This is the breath, this is the breath.
I love how they isolated her vocals on that. Man, what a beautiful close to the album. I think that's the first time I teared up on this this one. Well, I kept thinking about the live version and just like being in the room and listening to that. Oh my gosh, dude, it must be astounding. And we will have a live version for that song over on Patreon. Oh gosh, which it really does sound like her talking about obviously these infections, maybe hatred, pain that we bring upon the world. And ultimately, you know, because we'll look at it in a second, her saying, you know, and Aurora and I would disagree on our belief in God. And this channel is a place for everybody. You know, I can't fully separate, nor do I want to, my beliefs from who I am and the way that I kind of see music and hear music and kind of the worldview that I have. But I understand the heart of what she's saying. And this idea of, maybe her not necessarily believing in a God as an all-powerful being, but taking this form of agency in this world and be love, be the change, be strength, be joy, be all those things in this world. And so our ideal in that would 100% line up. My belief in God, and from a Christian perspective, my belief in Jesus and knowing God through Jesus, is not one that is like, oh, well, he's just got it all taken care of, I don't need to do anything. I think that that's not at all what the gospel is. The gospel is finding salvation that you could not earn yourself. And that, like, one of my favorite things, and I won't spend long here, is the Apostle Paul. He writes that your grace did not come to me without effect. That when the grace of God truly touches us, it transforms us, it changes us, and it produces something. And unfortunately, so many have been hurt and disenfranchised and turned away from the true Christ by bad actors, wolves in sheep's clothing. I mean, all Christians fail, like not perfect people. We're made perfect through Jesus, but we live on this earth and we're working it out and figuring it out. But there are a lot of hurtful people and hypocrites, and we try really hard not to be that. But that idea of, like, love, I mean, the fruit of the Spirit is Galatians 5. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Like, let those things come out of your life. And so I 100% agree with Aurora on those things. Obviously, just kind of our worldview and how that's worked out is a little bit different. But man, just a beautiful song. This title track, final track, only song from the track list that was never performed live prior to the release of the album. The line "Be God in the Shape of a Girl," as Aurora wrote on the arm of an Argentine fan on April 2018, and Aurora herself described it as the most important song I've ever written and as the seed for step one. Wow. When asked about the God references in the song, Aurora explained, "I have a lot of questions about religion and the way people have fought and killed and saved in its name." I agree. Me too. So in this song, I'm looking at it from the view of a person in pain who asks for God to be in all of us, not something we can't touch or someone who judges. I believe in the world and everything in it, and I spend my energy in places where I believe it will do good. Yeah, I'm with you. Man. Yeah, an absolutely beautiful and meaningful end to this album, and a call to, like, amidst our frailty, amidst a world that can sometimes seem so hurtful, this overarching call to live and to love and to step into that world and bring about change. 100% I'm on board with, man. I can't wait to see these live and check all of that out. So thanks for joining me for this. It's been absolutely beautiful. Keep an eye out for the next part, which is a different kind of human. So that's the second part of this EP. And again, if you want to dive a little bit deeper with us, go enjoy the music videos, live performances, and interviews. Feel free to check me out on Patreon. Those plans start at $5, and that gives you access to everything for Aurora and all the other artists that we have over there. Okay, well, I guess until next time, we'll chat it up in the comments. And thanks for being with me. Hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.